Tonight in sports, high drama as the Cortica jug is decided at the buzzer. In the world of D3 college football, the annual rivalry game between Cortland and Ithaca is actually one of the sport's most heated. Look no further than last year's riots in Cortland for evidence of that. As for the action on the field, this year's Cortica game is going to be pretty tough to beat. Early on, the 7-2 Bombers look like they might run away with things. First quarter, Tom Dempsey finds Ben Carey for the score. Ithaca jumps out to a 14-zip lead. But the underdog Red Dragons claw their way back. Fourth quarter, Cortland's down 17-10 when junior tailback Dylan Peoples does this. Going 91 yards on the kick return. We're all tied up with just about 14 minutes left to play. IC would then pull ahead on a field goal, but the Red Dragons get the ball back with under 2 minutes to go. QB John Grossi finds Jack Delahunty down the sidelines, 35 yards down to the 11-yard line. Final seconds now. Cortland cannot get the field goal unit on the field. There's no holder until finally punter Luke Hinton gets in. The snap, though, is botched, so it's full-on scramble mode. Hinton running for his life, able to somehow find wideout John Mannix in the end zone. There's zeros on the clock. The Red Dragons stun their rivals on the last play of the game. Cortland wins its 5th straight Cortica jug, 23-20. High school football now, state playoffs up at CNS. Class AA, Henniger taking on Corning, and this one would be all Black Knights. First quarter, that's Najee Everson with the 5-yard score. Henniger up 14-0 after one quarter. Second quarter, make it 22-0 now. Romero Collier with one of his 2 rushing TDs on the day. And the senior signal caller can also sling the ball a bit. Here he puts it up. Fellow senior Keyshawn Scott goes and gets it. The Black Knights roll over Corning. They're moving on with a 52-16 win. In Class B, Homer taking on the 3-time defending state champions from Maine Enwell, who have not lost in their past 48 games. First quarter, play action. Drew Cottrell finds Jaden Gavidia. It's a 43-yard score. It's 7-0 Homer. We'd be tied at 7-all at the half. Second half, though, the champs take over. Spartans QB Kyle Ballmer keeps it on the option and keeps running 23 yards to the house. ME builds a 20-10 lead. Trojans try to get back in it, but as Cottrell goes to the air, check out Michael Palmer in the end zone. The one-handed INT. Homer's season comes to an end with a 27-10 loss. As for the high school soccer playoffs, the run ended this morning for a pair of local boys teams. Skinny Atlas loses in the state semifinals 6-0 against Mattituck. Jamesville DeWitt also goes down in the Final Four, falling to East Hampton 3-0. As for the JD girls, they were down at TCCC against Somers in the state semis. First half, Erin Brindley, the free kick, and she's able to sneak it inside the post. That, though, would be the Red Rams' only goal of the game. Somers rallies for 2 late scores, eliminating JD 2-1. Down in Class B, the ladies from West Hill looking for a spot in the state title game as they meet Bronxville. First half, Beth Finley able to convert for Bronxville, and it turns out to be the difference. The Warriors are eliminated with a 1-0 defeat. Turning our attention to basketball now, it's a quick turnaround for Jim Boeheim's bunch. After beginning the regular season last night, SU is home again tomorrow afternoon as part of the 2K Classic preseason tournament. This will be SU's final tune-up before traveling down to Madison Square Garden later in the week. The Orange takes on Cal on Thursday, then plays either Iowa or Texas Friday night. 2 teams both ranked in the top 25. Like Kennesaw State yesterday, Syracuse is expected to beat Hampton tomorrow. But for a team that's as young and inexperienced as this year's Orange squad, any game against any opponent is useful. That's why even though the final score may heavily favor the Cuse, the players are just focusing on getting better game by game.
It all comes down to it doesn't matter who you're playing against. You approach every game like it's the best opponent you're going to play. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We're going to play our game, and I think that's really the most important thing. Just remind yourself that.
I think we just go in every game, not so much thinking about how they're going to play us, but how we execute our stuff. And I think games like this, we just try to go out and execute, play basketball the way we know how to.
It'll be a 4 p.m. tip tomorrow between Syracuse and Hampton. Finally, elsewhere on the Hill, 4th-ranked Orange Field Hockey opening up play in the NCAA tournament against number 17 Boston University. First half, Cuse with a penalty stroke, and Jordan Page converts. Syracuse takes a 1-0 lead into halftime. Second half, check out the individual effort by Litka Visser. The freshman notches her 10th goal of the year, and it turns out to be the game winner. SU takes it 2-1. They'll host number 6 Penn State tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. And we want to send a shout out to the Fulton Pee Wee football team. They win the New York State champion tonight.
Congratulations to them. Okay, we'll get a final check of weather.